Okay, so I've been gone for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. Routine's been out the door, but actually something super surprising and highlight of this whole journey has happened. I didn't weigh myself the entire time that I was gone because I know, you're out of your house, you're eating out of routine, traveling, more salt, less water, less walking, whatever it is, things are a little bit out of whack. So I didn't even want to freak myself out by stepping on the scale. However, I knew that as soon as I got home, I would have to face that. Okay, so I'm usually freaking out by like 140, and I was 1 pound less than 140. And for me, that number is remarkable because personally, that's the number that once I pass that, once I pass 140, it becomes 145, 155, like this, for some reason. But if I stay under 140, I can maintain that and keep dropping, which I have done. And that kind of reminds me of like savings, where you have like a certain number. If you have this number saved, you're good. You keep stacking on it, or you at least maintain it. But the moment you have to go into that savings for any reason and you withdraw and it's at a number that's lower than usual, it just keeps chipping away. Like the savings just goes down and down and down, faster and faster. I don't know what the connection is to that, but it just happens. Let me know if that happens to you too. It happens to me, not just on money, but on food, on routine, etc. weight, Being able to step on the scale and not freak out, even though it's a higher number than I want to be at, it's a totally new feeling for me. It's a feeling of It's a stable feeling. It's not emotional, it's strategic, it's logical, because I know where I'm at. Like 139 is me doing all of the things out of routine. Imagine once I get back home like I am now and I start putting routine back in place. I have dropped 2 pounds since getting back and getting into routine. So you see that that's not even weight, it's fluctuations of being traveling, of things being just different than usual, which is okay. The difference is old me would spiral. Old me would then be like, we need a new plan, we need to start cutting something out. Now I'm a pescatarian, now I'm vegan, now I'm cutting out red meat, now I'm this, now I'm cutting sugar. Like I would freak out and do something that is extreme. And the thing with that is I would be super, super strict for like a week, and then the weekend would come and I would binge, I would spiral, and that Monday I would be further behind than when I started this whole strict week. And that's exactly what I stayed away from this time. That's what this whole series is about, helping you guys stay away from that, because it's a cycle that just it's set up to fail us, and it's super emotional. It reminds me of like a rubber band. With a rubber band, we're able to stretch and come back, stretch and come back. But if we keep stressing ourselves and going further and stretching and coming back, the more we do that, the more elasticity we lose. And the thing about elasticity is being able to adjust for all these different things that are happening in your life, a wedding weekend, traveling, birthday trip, whatever it is, these things in life, they will happen. It's just how close can you stay from what the truth is to you versus going stretch, big stretch and collapse, big stretch and collapse. It's just better for our bodies, for our mental stability, for the scale, for everything, to stay somewhat close. And that's finally what I've been able to do on this trip. I didn't go super far out. The elasticity stayed close. And even my New York masseuse, she said, of all the times that you've come back and visit, this is the time that you really were able to maintain. Like, she has seen me at the start of trips and throughout, and seen towards the end, like I put significant weight on. And this time she was able to, give me massages throughout the time. And the way that she saw me on day 1 is the way that she saw me by the 6th session that I was there. So that's a really good thing, because when other people, it's one thing when you notice, but it's another thing when other people notice. It just really goes to show that those things are working. And I was joking around and I was like, I'm so mind blown that I've been able to maintain while being in New York, a place that I love the food here. I have favorites everywhere, and I still enjoy those. I still eat those things, but in quantities that were just smaller. Like my appetite had adjusted from that video that I posted while I was away. After the fast, I was able to really reduce the quantity because I realized, oh my gosh, yeah, I have been overeating. So the portions matter. You can have various different things, variety, flavorful, etc. Eating out, it's just the quantity of it really, really matters, especially if you're in a phase of, look, I want to lose the weight and I want to keep it off. I want to live my life and I still want to enjoy these things, but I want to feel amazing in my skin. And that's how we're joining the best of two worlds. So here's what I'm doing moving forward, because now we're going to enter the summer, and knowing that I am in the 130s, mid 130s, I want to drop another 10 pounds or so to get to the mid 120s, and that's going to be the journey that I'm going to document of being able to, now that I spent about 3 weeks kind of maintaining, I'm ready to go into a season of not restricting, but getting into that deficit. Of course, sprinkling things that I love and enjoy, but the quantity of it is now reduced, and we're going to really dial in everything that's been working. So I'm excited to live through that and experience it and reach my new goal that I set out for myself. Summer is really important because the season is working with you. You have more daytime hours, you have more reasons to be outside, more reasons to eat light and refreshing and not feel as heavy and bloated and lay down often. So that's the plan. Consistent movement, daily steps, portions, and fasting windows when they feel right for me. Of course, sleep, hydration, all of those essentials. Getting back home now, I feel like I really have momentum. And the thing about momentum is it's its own reward. Momentum is that feeling when things are just working and it hurts you to not keep it going. Like, you don't want to lose all of the great things that you've been working towards and that have been working for you. Like when you miss a day or when something goes off and you fall off track, it literally bothers you. And that's a good thing, because that feeling, you really want to protect that. The more momentum you have, the more you keep going. It's harder to start from scratch when all of the gears are not turning than to give it a little more oomph when it's already turning. I hope that analogy makes sense. That's been one of my biggest motivators. It's not like, oh, I fear gaining the weight back or anything like that. It's just I have something going really well for me, and I don't want to lose it for anything. I want to protect that. And that's a totally different reason, emotionally, mentally, to keep going than fear or, things that are a bit more negative. So after traveling to New York, traveling to San Francisco, traveling back to New York, traveling back to home, which is Florida, here's what I learned. The goal was never to be perfect on a trip. You want to live your life. You want to experience new things, new cuisines, different things. The goal was to be able to veer off of routine, be the kind of person that can go away, live her life, come home, and literally just pick right back up. No drama, no punishment, no spiraling, no starting over. Just continuing. Business as usual. And I'm finally that person. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. That's what the series is for. That's what these videos are for. And we're getting there together. You're more likely to want to start your gears up if they're not running right now. Once you see like, oh wow, it only took her 3 weeks to do this and that. I have 3 weeks in me. Just think about it in steps and steps and steps. Because if you think about who you want to be 2 years from now, it might feel so distant that you don't even want to start those gears up. But if you think about, oh, me in 3 weeks, me in 2 weeks, me in a month, me by the summer, it's just more attainable, feels more real, feels like you'll get rewarded sooner. And in a world of instant gratification, it's harder for us to keep delaying and delaying and delaying. Hey, I'll look good in a bikini in a year. Well, maybe you'll look better in a crop top by the summer. So if you think about smaller steps, you can get there sooner. But the time is going to pass anyway. Christmas is gonna come anyway. Next summer is gonna come anyway. There's no reason to stall it because the time will pass anyway. Start slow, start consistently, start with one habit, then 2 habits, then 3 habits, maybe a fast, reset, keep going, maintain, deficit. It's all these different phases. Everyone's in a different phase. I'm just documenting my process, and I hope that it sheds some light into things that you might come across. If this video has helped, drop a like, subscribe, comment what also happens to you when you travel for a good deal, you veer off of routine. Have you ever fixed yourself right away? Have you spiraled? Old me would have went insane. But I'm glad that it took time, but hey, I'm here. 30 and here. It's better to be here at 30 than me waiting 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It's never too late. The best day was yesterday, but since yesterday didn't happen, you have today. It's better to do today, even if you didn't do yesterday, than waiting for a year from now. So I'm wishing you guys well, and I'll see you guys next week.